From the heart of Wayne County, this is Wayne Goldsboro Television, Goldsboro, North Carolina.
Today is March 23rd, 2016, and this is Wayne Goldsboro Television. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kate Daniels.
And we're exactly 1 month away from the Pickle Festival in Mount Olive, USA. Woohoo! That's right.
Already almost April.
I am telling you.
And this great tradition continues in wonderful Mount Olive. And you know, we've talked about this before. The pickle drop that takes place for New Year's is it's made national news multiple times, and this North Carolina Pickle Festival is garnering a lot of attention in other areas of the state, certainly, and across the country. So hats off to Julie Beck and Lynn Williams for their leadership in growing this festival that is so unique and special for North Carolina.
Not that I would drop names, but dear Julie Beck is going to be one of the 6 of us that will be in the play, the show coming up on April 1st. April 1st at the Paramount Theater. And of course, anybody who knows Julie absolutely loves Julie because she is just an outstanding, vibrant, funny character person. She's wonderful. And she's only one of 6 of us who are actually putting this show together, and I want everyone watching to go ahead and spend $15 for a ticket.
That's right.
Because it is well worth it. I mean, the 6 of us, we're not the draw. The draw is some of the most amazing talent you have ever seen coming out of Wayne County. We've got a jazz band. I mean, they are just amazing. We've got Donald Sutton, who will just blow your socks off with his ability to sing, one of the most beautiful voices you have heard. And then Casey Sutton would be what I would consider to be his female counterpart. Yeah. She is so dynamic. She will just, thrill you with her voice.
And not related.
They're not related.
And if you watch either one of them, if you close your eye, I mean, they're powerhouses.
Yes.
But if you watch, I know this is a strange observation, but if you watch their face when they're performing, it's effortless. Both of them have that ability. It's a powerhouse voice.
Yeah.
And it looks effortless.
They just throw it out
I sing Happy Birthday, and it looks like I'm like, it's awful.
It's a strain.
It's a strain.
Happy birthday. Okay. Okay, that's not you. That was me.
That was me. Sing.
No, that was me. Okay, but I understand that, and you're right about that. And that's only 2 or 3 of the fine talent we have coming. Glenn Phillips from the First Baptist Church is going to perform. Can you believe that? That's one, and he's amazing. Freddie Pierce will do a stand-up comic routine, and he is just, I've known Freddie for many, many years. We have a magician coming. Dana Hill will thrill you with his magical feet. He's got magical feet. He has magical feet. He does.
It's going to be a great show, and you know, Wayne's worked real hard with this idea of how can we pull together. You wanted a variety show, correct?
Exactly.
And it's something that's unique to Goldsboro, and there may have been some years before, but in recent years there's been nothing like it.
Nothing like it.
The lineup of the in between acts, we'll call it. Can we do some name dropping? You got this guy, Wayne Alley.
Yeah,
he's mentioned Julie Beck, who has the $1 Million laugh.
I'm a thespian, but she is truly. I mean, I do Shakespeare. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Right, Bill.
Jeff Hulse. Jeff Hulse, which if you've been in Wayne County for any length of time, you're going to know and love this man, and he's wildly entertaining. Who else have you got? Brent Hood.
Brent Hood.
Brent Hood, who is a man of many, many, many talents.
Many talents. He sings and he plays guitar, and he's very talented.
He is super talented.
But he's very funny, too, and he's going to show what he can do.
Who else have you got up there with you?
Well, we got that old rascal Kirk Keller. The bearded wonder. I wonder why he's wearing a beard. No,
I would like to request that he wear his kilt that he wore in Dancing Stars.
Oh, he could do
for
that.
Your show.
You know, that's a good idea.
Kirk Keller is wildly talented.
Yes,
that is awesome.
Very funny guy. And then, of course, Carol Bowden from the WGBR Curtis Media Group.
The Lady Carol. She is a hoot and a half, and
she is
doing
smart.
Wonderful things over there at the station, and we are all grateful.
She's very smart and very funny, and the six of us are going to, I don't know what you'd call it. I'd like to say entertain you, but hey, that's a real stretch.
It will be most entertaining with this crowd. And all of it is to raise money for the United Way of Wayne County. So all the proceeds made that night are going to support your local United Way of Wayne County. This is separate from their annual campaign. They've just gotten off the heels of a great campaign. And so this is something to help with the internal, I mean.
Yes. Yeah, well, you know, it costs money to run an operation like the United Way that raises over $1 million every year. They do a phenomenal job, and all of that money goes to the campaign to help other agencies.
Services, absolutely.
So, you know, and they have to have money to operate.
Right.
Have to. So that's what this money will go toward, but it's not the campaign, but they got to have it, so we're there to help.
Yeah.
And I hope we absolutely sell out, and you can help by going to GoldsboroParamount.com and order your tickets. Reserved seating is available. And there's a map right there. You can pick your own seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as a side note, there's not a bad seat in that theater.
No,
I've tried
really
to find one.
There's not.
There's not a bad seat.
The acoustics are wonderful.
Great evening coming up on Friday, April 1st. The first, I don't know if we can say annual, but hopefully after this show you'll say, I'll do it again next year.
If they don't run me out of town, you know. Of course, if they find something bad about it, it's all Kirk's fault. And if they like it, I'll take credit. Well, you know, anybody that knows Kirk and Jeff, those two guys particularly, they're just a little off the wall. You think we're off the wall? Yeah, they are the wall. There you go. All right, here's today's trivia question. The category for today's trivia question is Columbus.
Okay.
Christopher Columbus.
We like him.
As they, at the time, back in the 1400s, as he called himself, Cristoforo Colombo was his name. But we shortened it and Americanized it to Columbus. I mean, otherwise, you wouldn't want to call it Colombo, Ohio, would you? Huh? Okay. So anyway, Columbus is the category. The question is, which of his 3 original ships, he made several trips to the New World, which of Columbus's original ships ran aground on Christmas Day in 1492 and had to be abandoned? They actually had to abandon this ship. And there was only 3, so you got a 33% chance of getting it right, okay? There was only 3 if you remember the names of them. So one of them ran aground, and they had to abandon it Christmas Day, 1492. Which one was it? We'll give you the answer in the second half of the program, okay? All right, I guess we need to do this. We need to go on to our next segment, which is our interview. We'll be back after that. Today we welcome back to the studio Lieutenant Philip Stokes from the Salvation Army. Sir, good to see you again. How you doing?
Great. Doing great.
Good to see you. Keith Moore, how are you, sir?
All right, how you doing?
Keith is a guest with us this morning, and we'll be talking with Lieutenant Stokes and with Keith about whatever they want to talk about. How's that?
Sounds
good. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
So what do you bring to us today?
I just want to tell everyone thank you. Thank you for the donations at Christmas time. Thank you for the canned food that you guys bring. Thank you for the monetary donations. And thank you for shopping in our family stores, the one on Holly Street and also the new one on Royal Avenue.
Yeah, I've been in fact, I have frequented the one on Holly Street many times, but I've also taken the new one. I've been in there several times as well. Man, that's you got some great merchandise in there. Yes. It all looks good, and great pricing on there as well.
And it's a thanking the donors, because without those donors, we wouldn't have those products.
Well, Lieutenant Stokes, tell us a little bit about the Salvation Army. There may be some people who are not familiar with the Salvation Army.
The Salvation Army, we're here to meet those in need. One of our mottos is we meet human needs without discrimination. So when we do that, people come in for services, whether it's food, shelter, clothing. We try to meet their need. We also have a worship service that we can help them on the spiritual side of things as well.
So you help regardless of their situation. If people are in need, you're there to help them.
Yes, sir. I mean, there are guidelines to go by, but we try to go out there and meet every need that we can.
That includes homeless. That includes families.
Yes, sir. Families, children, the elderly. Our hearts are really focused on the elderly during the cold months and the hot months as well, just in case if there's no air conditioner in the house during, maybe we can help provide a fan.
Yeah.
If there's no heat in the wintertime, maybe there's a space heater that we can provide, those type of things. With that too, if someone comes with clothing needs, they get a voucher to our stores, and they go over there and they can shop during that voucher to get the clothing that they need.
And here in Wayne County, our Salvation Army is on North William Street.
Yes, sir. It's on North William Street, and we do serve Wayne, and we serve Sampson County.
And
as well.
Sampson County
Yes,
as
sir.
well.
Yes,
You're
sir.
a busy guy.
Trying to be.
But you have a lot of help, of course,
Oh,
from
yes,
your
sir.
wife and from your staff.
She's the one in charge.
Oh, I understand that. I do.
Yeah, but my staff is great. Miss Chandra, she's a social worker. Chandra Simmons, she is wonderful. She's a lady that you can go to if we can't help you. She's going to make every point she can to try to find you who can help you.
Well, I understand that. I have the same situation in this office, so I understand exactly what you're saying. You have a go-to person.
Yes, and then Miss Janice Sauls has been our shelter director for about 17 years.
Wow.
At the Salvation Army, so she knows the ins and outs of the homelessness in Wayne and Sampson County. So she's definitely a go-to with a lot of knowledge and a lot of resources.
Now, throughout the year, you do have programs, such as at Christmas time. You have
Yes,
a
sir.
lot of programs to help people out.
Yes, sir.
And you stay busy.
Oh, yes, sir. We stay busy all year long. We do children's program every Monday night at 5:30. We have our Bible study that is at Wednesdays at 6 o'clock. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have an exercise group that's open to anyone.
Really?
And it's from 4:30 to 5:30, Tuesdays and Thursdays. They'll come in. We had exercise equipment donated from Curves a year and a half ago.
Really?
And so
Wow.
we set that up in our fellowship hall. And they just a lady that leads it, we go around and we do the exercise, and there's a bit of devotion with it at the end of it. But that's open to anybody in the community.
Is there a fee for that?
No, sir. No.
Exercise every Tuesday and Thursday.
Tuesday and Thursday, 4:30 to 5:30.
4:30 to 5:30. That is fantastic. Now tell me about the children's night, the Monday evening.
Children's, we call it youth activities.
Okay.
Or Club 316. Way I look at it, very simple for me, is it's Boys and Girl Scouts, a type of program with a biblical twist.
That type of program.
We teach
Okay.
character building, we teach Bible lessons in it, but we also too make it fun for the kids, where there's doing little projects, woodworking, making crafts, those type of things. We try to keep it entertaining for them.
And that all takes place at the Salvation Army.
Yes, sir, at 5:30.
At 5:30 Monday
sir.
evenings.
Monday evenings, and we provide a meal. We provide a warm meal before it starts.
Okay. Very good. Tell me why Keith is here.
Keith is here. Keith has got a pretty awesome story. He started out, I'm not going to spoil it, but Keith is here to tell his story about how the Salvation Army has affected his life.
Keith,
Yes.
you okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, tell me your story.
Well, starting from the beginning, I lost a good job, making good money.
Mm-hmm.
And
Now, when was this?
this was in September of last year.
Last year?
Yes. And going through my resources, I found myself out and without a home, without money, without a job, and the situation was getting desperate. And I was at bottom. I was rock bottom.
So this happened to you last September, just a few months ago.
Yes.
And that quickly,
that quickly.
you ended up out.
Yes, sir.
No home,
No home.
no money, no income.
No income, and no job. So, not really knowing how to, deal with the situation, I came to the doors of the Salvation Army, and they provided me with food, clothing, shelter, time, resources for me to get myself back on track to the place I needed to be at. And I'm happy to say, through their help, through the help of the social workers, the staff, Ms. Saul, Sandra, LT, his wife, I'm happy to say today I'm working 2 part-time jobs, one for the city of Goldsboro and one for the Salvation Army.
Oh,
So
okay.
things are starting to look up, but I don't know where I would have been without the Salvation Army.
I understand that.
Yeah.
So, Lieutenant Stokes, you were able to give him a place to sleep,
Yes, sir.
provide him with food
Oh, yeah.
and clothing.
Yeah,
They have food.
They had food.
we believe in eating.
Well, I've had some of that food, and man, is it good.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
But Keith made a good point about how things can happen so fast.
Yes.
Studies tell us that families, individuals or families, are one paycheck away from being homeless.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of where he fell in. He also, too, during the Christmas season, the bell ringing. He rang bells for us during the Christmas season. So I think it's a pretty powerful story to go from where he was. He got a job ringing bells for us at Christmas time. Now he's working for us along with the other part-time job that he has. and how he stayed 90 days in our shelter, which is the length of the program there, and how we was able to kind of give him a foundation, as him being rock bottom, something to stand on. I know me and him have talked. He's not where he wants to be, but he's moving in the right direction.
Moving in the right direction.
Definitely moving forward.
And I tell you, anyone who finds himself in the streets, homeless, no food, no income, no help,
Right.
that's pretty desperate.
That's
You get
pretty
desperate in a
desperate.
case like that.
And not only that, just to the fact that I didn't know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
And I didn't know I had a lot of questions, and I didn't know where the answer was going to come from. And safe to say, Salvation Army provided a lot of the answers, and if not all. The bell ring was the first job I had since I've been down here, and it was right on time. Income, a source of income just for transportation. Basically, I needed it for gas. You can't get, you need money for gas. So they came right on time. But that's just one of the many stories how they helped me since I've been here, though.
But what I see, Keith, is that you're in that situation and you're desperate. You don't know which way to turn, and it can be quite depressing. You don't know what to do, and it's so depressing. Some people would lose all hope. But you turned to the Salvation Army, and they took a lot of that pressure off.
Yes,
the
they
pressure
did.
was not there, and that allowed you to think about what you could possibly be doing and the direction that you wanted to go.
With the help of the attitude they tell you to have is stay positive and keep moving forward. If you focus on that, they'll make sure that if you apply it to it, like you said, if you being positive and moving forward, it's going to get better and better day by day. It's a steady progress, but it's definitely a progress in the right direction.
Now, I know your folks are from North Carolina, and they're just from a few miles down the road from here. Now, how long have you been here?
I've been here, well, you talking about North Carolina?
Yeah.
Well, since I've been over the road, I was in New Bern too, yeah.
Oh,
So
okay. All right.
that was for 3 years. So it's going on just about 5 years I've been in North Carolina.
Well, we're glad you're here in Goldsboro and in Wayne County, and I think you're going to be a great addition to the county, and I thank you for being with us today, and I appreciate it. Good
You're
luck to
welcome.
you.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you. Okay, Philip, any final words here?
No, sir. Just want to tell everyone thank you again. Thank you for all your prayers, all your donations.
Well, let me ask you this. If someone finds themselves in a situation, I know the door is always open
Yes,
at the
sir.
Salvation Army, but now if they know if they have a friend or a family member or somebody they're concerned about, what do they do?
Give us a call. Give us a call and put us in connection. To give you an example, last Wednesday night, we were, 2 Wednesday nights ago, we were leaving the church. My wife got a phone call of a friend who has a friend that's a pastor. Said one of the people in the church didn't have nowhere to go.
Oh, boy.
And so we was there at 9 o'clock at night trying to get them checked into the shelter so that way they'd have somewhere to stay overnight. So yes, we look at it as a 24/7 job for us, but all they have to do is pick up the phone and call, and then we can kind of pick the ball up from there and work with them and do what we need to do to help the individuals.
In addition, you do get a lot of help and support from the community.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. We couldn't do what we do without the community. We had a really good Christmas season because of the community. Many children, there was over 400 children that were helped during Christmas time with our Angel Tree program.
Yeah.
The money that is put into the kettle, 82 cents of every dollar that goes in there goes straight back into the community. The rest of it pays my salary, my staff's salary, and some of the overhead costs to be able to run it. But for 82 cents to go back into the community, that's a testament to the community.
It is.
Of the donations that they give us.
And I know that people need to stop and realize any charitable organization, they can't run on nothing at all. You have to have operating expenses.
That's
you
correct.
have operating expenses. You have to cover those expenses.
Yes, sir.
Or you're just not going to be able to do the help and the work that you're doing.
Yes, sir.
And you came to us today. You told me when we first talked that you wanted to come on and thank the people
Yes, sir.
for all they've done to help.
Yes, sir.
And I want to thank Keith for being with us today, and I want to thank you for being with us. But now we're still on that road. You got a lot more to do,
Yes,
and
sir.
you're going to constantly need help.
Yes, sir.
So how do
Yes, sir.
people help?
You can help by donating your clothes, donating your time, donating food, donating money. Whatever you're led to do. There's no small amount. Whatever it is, it could be a T-shirt that's hanging in your closet that you don't wear anymore. Donate that. It could be a canned food of not your favorite item. Donate that. If you've got a spare change.
Or your favorite item.
Yes.
I mean, share the love, right?
Yes. And then if you're sitting around twiddling your thumbs
Right.
and have nothing to do,
Right.
we could use volunteers.
All right. All right. And what's that phone number?
The phone number is 919-735-4811.
735-4811. 4811.
Yes, sir.
Easy to remember, 735-4811. And I thank you for being
Thank
with
you,
us
sir.
today. Thanks
Thank you.
again. Keith, thanks again.
You're welcome.
All right, gentlemen. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Today we're at the Wayne County Public Library, and Donna Phillips, director here. Donna, we've been entertained, if you will, by several people, local folks, who have come in to, let's start this whole thing over again in 5,
Okay.
4, 3, 2, 1. Today we're at the Wayne County Public Library talking with director Donna Phillips. And Donna, this is Poetry Month, I believe.
It is. April is National Poetry Month.
And as a result of that, you have asked several people to come in and read their favorite poems.
That's right. This year, Wayne County Reads' theme is poetry. We're calling Wayne County Reads project this year Passionate for Poetry. And so what better way than to invite the community to come out the whole month of April and to share a poem that they're passionate about.
Wonderful. Let's get an example right now. Thank you.
Okay.
Good morning. I'm Corey Coley, and I will be reading a poem by Langston Hughes entitled, What Happens to a Dream Deferred? What happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun? Or fester like a sore and then run? Does it stink like rotten meat? Or crust and sugar over like a syrupy sweet? Maybe it just sags like a heavy load. Or does it explode? My name is Corey Coley, and I've just read a poem by Langston Hughes entitled, What Happens to a Dream Deferred?
Good afternoon. My name is Bill Broadway. I'm a city councilman here in Goldsboro, and I'm going to read from Play My Music Anyhow by Shelby Stevenson. And this is about a farm boy. The point deepens into the furrows, the new ground coming in chunky clods, granules, a stream of sand, fine as salt. The mule's traces loped and relaxed about the same pace. Down every row and back, my brogans losing paint splotches, dropped in winter's odd hours as grit cleansed those shoes. Walking in the turning land, playing out dreams, down every row and back again, back in my shoes. All that time between ends to think what pea vines might grow into loam, what fertilizer I would bring to the seed beds, what appetizers I would take to my wife. When I park the plow under the spreading mimosa, sit down on the shank, take the ice water from her hands, fill the lettering on the mason jar, drink the long, cool swallowing.
We're back on Wayne Goldsboro Television. Thank you for being with us. Yeah. The 4th annual Wayne County Literacy Fair getting ready to kick off April 16th, the middle of next month, from 10 until 2. That's a Saturday, and that's at 2001 East Ash Street in Goldsboro, with fun and food and games and a whole bunch of other stuff. Literacy for the entire family. They'll have giveaways, they'll have a raffle, they've got all kinds of fun things to do. This is April 16th, a Saturday from 10 till 2 at 2001 East Ash Street at the Literacy Connections, which is in the former Nash Printing Company building, right?
That's right.
It's next to the Senior Center. There's you going down the hill, going out of town. I go out of town quite often. I'm often run out of town, but that's beside the point.
Stop.
The Literacy Connections right there on Saturday, April 16th, rather.
April 16th.
There you go.
Great.
Okay. Hey, what else we have? Ooh. Saturday, April 9th at the Peggy Seeger Senior Center, they're hosting a Safe Driver program sponsored by AARP, a program aimed for drivers age 50 and older. Drivers will learn defensive driving techniques, what kind of helmet you need to be wearing. No, that's something else. Defensive driving techniques, proven safety strategies, and new traffic laws. You will not have to pass a test, nothing like that. You just simply sign up and learn. So bring your own lunch or bring your own snacks. The cost is $15 for AARP members, $20 for non-members. And if you want to register, you can call Paula Edwards, and Paula's number is 705-1785. That's the wrong number. 705-1785. All right, 919-705-1785 for Paula Edwards, and ask about the AARP event.
You are so good with numbers.
Well, no. Pat straightened me out on one of them one day, and I haven't forgotten it since. So anyway, what you got?
Oh, we've got the 12th annual Lobster and Shrimp Fest.
Oh boy!
This is the 12th year that the Partnership for Children has done this. They've got shrimp and lobster for sale. More information can be found online. We'll tell you a little bit right now. The tickets are for sale. You can do live lobsters and fresh shrimp, frozen shrimp. So you can pick it up. What we do every year is we'll pick up the frozen shrimp, take it home, and cook it at some point that weekend. And some years we've waited and just kept it frozen, but it is fresh seafood. I know some years, and I would like to see it happen this year, is, you get groups of people together in your neighborhood and do, throw out some tables in your front lawn.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody chip in and bring a side dish, have some great food. But the important part is it is helping support the efforts of the great partnership here in our community.
Yes,
it is about early education. It is about from birth on is when learning starts. So the programs that they have going on over there and have for many, many years are quite incredible. So for more information, you can contact them or contact Wayne or myself, and we'll give you some more information.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
To do that, you simply can email Kate at kated@waynecountychamber.com.
You got it.
kated@waynecountychamber.com. And there's mine right there. It's wayne.alley@waynegov.com.
That's right.
All right. Okay, this morning, in fact, the Operation Medicine Drop taking place at Wayne Community College. And this morning from 10 till noon, they will be taking your outdated, your old medications, because they're just not safe. You should not be taking outdated medication. I found a bottle the other day dated 2010, and and it was just, of course that'll be going to this. It will not be going down the toilet or anything like that. You can't put this stuff in the water supply. You just can't do it because it's hazardous. Regardless of what it is, it can be dangerous. So you need to take your outdated medications to Wayne Community College this morning from 10 till noon, or tomorrow afternoon from 2 till 4 p.m. Okay? Today,
That's great.
10 to 2, tomorrow 2 to 4.
That's great.
Okay? All
And
right.
I'll add, I missed this on the
What's that?
Partnership for Children.
Yeah, what'd you miss?
I totally missed this. So they've got the lobsters and shrimp for sale, and they've got sides taken care of for you. So you can do
Really?
baked potatoes and corn on the cob for $5.
Wow, I don't think they had that before,
I
did they?
don't know, but the tickets are just $25. So I apologize for leaving that out. Partnership for Children, thank you for the work you're doing in our community.
yeah.
And for community members, I'm telling you, this is going to be some good seafood. Very good seafood.
What a great organization.
Yes,
Charlie Ivey doing a fantastic job.
absolutely.
doing
They've
that.
got a great team over there.
That staff is amazing.
Well, and they're working year-round, all hours. They start early in the morning. They offer a lot of programs in the evening to best, work with young parents and parents to be on education opportunities.
Exactly.
They've got a lending library in there. I mean, they've got all the resources and tools needed, and they're providing it. We got to make sure they're getting the funding that they need to carry on the programs that are needed in our community.
That's exactly right. Okay, here's our trivia question and answer. The
Okay.
question was, which of Christopher Columbus's 3 original ships ran aground on Christmas Day 1492, and they had to abandon it. They had to leave it there because they couldn't get it off the reef or wherever it landed there. Okay? Now there were only 3. There was the Pinta, and the Santa Maria, and the other one. Which one was it? If you said the other one, you're wrong. It was the Santa Maria.
What was the third one?
It was it was
Stay tuned. We'll tell you tomorrow.
yeah. It's a surprise.
Yeah.
We'll surprise you with it. Did you ever have one of those moments? where
Every day of my life.
I left my brain at home. I do that quite often.
Every day of my life.
Day. Okay, we'll have that. Anyways, the Santa Maria. That was the question and answer to today's trivia question.
Very nice.
All right, we're going to do this again tomorrow. Hope you're able to join us at that time, please. Unless they run me out of town. They're not going to do that because we'll be here tomorrow at 7 a.m. Join us then, and at noon and at 5:30 p.m. Until then, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kate Daniels.
And this is Wayne Goldsboro Television.